Boys, we're back and we are ready to go for the 2022-2023 racing season. Patrick, BJ, welcome back, fellas.
Oh, hello, guys.
Hey, boys.
Missed yous.
It's been crazy being away. We haven't had a break like that since we started.
Yeah, you look fresh, mate. You look tanned.
How do we look?
Yeah, I'm not sure about you,
I got a spray tan for today.
It's exciting. Some of the good horses are back in the acceptances. You can smell the spring in the air.
And we always know it's the start of the racing season now because it's Sonny's birthday.
Sonny's birthday. Yeah, 1st of August.
Blake's
son.
Thought. 1st of August.
Born on the horse's fourth birthday.
How on earth did was son born on the horse's birthday? That couldn't be more fitting.
He came about 2 weeks early. I remember my wife was in labour from about 3 a.m. and we went to the hospital about 8 a.m. She ended up having a C-section. So he was born about, I don't know, maybe 10 o'clock in the morning, something like that. It was really fast. By the time we got to the hospital, 8 o'clock, I reckon he was born about 10 o'clock. 1 o'clock, the members only tip went around.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah, no one.
Inzaghi won at $14. So that was a good day.
I remember that.
That was a good day.
Because of Inzaghi.
It was a good day. We got all up. We got Sonny born all up. Inzaghi winning the.
Well done.
I was on the phone to you too, and I remember
Forbes is my dad's hometown too. That's another. Another curveball into the mix.
Remember when you said, wow. "Hang on, Pat. I've just got to." I go, Kayla, don't make this whole day about you. I've just tipped the members only winner. It's the horse's birthday. I'm half blind and I'm drinking Guinness.
I can imagine. She's like, can we have more pain relief? And Blake's in the background going, hey, how does this TV work? Does it just
bloody
do you have Sky?
Oi, Doc, my dad's from Forbes. Look at this, the synergy. You don't even understand.
Hey, Doc, watch this horse win. Watch this horse win, Doc.
Yeah.
See that?
All you care about the baby.
You missed it.
Doc.
You missed it. In fact, lots of exciting things are happening at the moment, including our brand new sponsor, fellas. We have an official sponsor, for the first time.
We've made it.
Yeah.
We've made it.
We have teamed up, and this was a big thing for us because we've had a lot of this stuff kind of tabled to us, and we wanted to be very specific who we have associated with our kind of brand and things like that. But we have sat down and gone into partnership with BoomBet. We're very, very happy with it.
Boom.
We've spoken about them for a very, very long time. We've done a lot of work with them just on bits and pieces in our little punters clubs and things like that. I really like it. Paddy, you've been betting with them on the in the off season. How have you found?
Mate, great. Been using them in the off season. Had a few small wins as well, and they haven't booted me off. Oh, thank you.
No, that helps.
Yeah, mate, they're going great. It's great guns. Like to take on a partnership, a sponsorship with them. Mate, yep. We've made it.
Yeah, absolutely. And the way that we kind of went about it, we've had a lot to do with them in regards to integrating them with our app and a few of their kind of back-end stuff, which is all fairly boring. And then kind of conversations got ahead and they wanted to jump on board with the potty. And, of course, they said, look, we love the potty featuring TikTok superstar Blake Johnston and his team. I said, is there anything you want me and Pat to do? And they're like, I'm sorry, I don't know who that is, and I'm not sure who's speaking to me.
Well,
big female audience, apparently.
Quick TikTok update.
Blake's
we
assistant.
have 18,000 followers on TikTok. And
do we really?
let me tell you, the level of comments being left has improved slightly.
Like the quality or less abuse?
Look at this. So this is the last video I posted, and one bloke wrote, on fire, nice. Well done, champ. Nice, mate. Got some claps. And another bloke asked me for tips at Coffs today. So we must be doing something right on TikTok.
No wonder. Mate, they all work for BoomBet.
It's all the BoomBet crew.
Thanks, BoomBet, for jumping on board.
Blake's going viral on TikTok.
The TikTok bowler accounts.
Yes. The bowler accounts. So.
I haven't been privy to any of the meetings, but I'm sure someone from BoomBet did ask about the shirtless TikTok and said they'd love more of that.
Ooh. Who was
They actually asked if you could get BoomBet tattooed on your chest.
We said yes.
That's part of the contract.
Okay.
Sorry, Pat,
Yeah.
forgot to do that.
I said, do you mind if we can even get Pat to get BoomBet tattooed on his chest? And they go, don't know who that is, but yeah, sure.
I don't think it ends
Okay,
up
well,
having
that-
any value.
That can be my Christmas present.
We'll pay for it, Pat. All expenses. But yeah, no, we're really happy to go into partnership with these guys. We're going to be going all the way with them through spring and then reassess where we're at. But very, very cool. Aussie Bookie, which is who you got to support these days, guys. Aussie bookmakers. And they have a fantastic kind of rebate system where every kind of turnover percentage you get back, things like that. They've got the booms in there, and they're going to be helping us out this season with some boomed up odds, the boom odds. So I'm super excited.
I'm excited about
We've
this
got
too.
a lovely double for
Unfortunately,
that. So
Give me one more boom before we finish. Give me one more boom.
Unfortunately, Pat missed out on this one because we needed it in by lunchtime yesterday. So I took the reins and picked the two runners for us in the first up, the debut.
Yeah, so we've got some great odds about that. So we'll get to that a little bit. Let's get into the show and let's talk about what we've got coming up. Feels good to be back. Feels bloody good to be back. I'm at home, by the way.
Yeah, no, we can tell
What's
by all
going
the
on with the
grog and
background?
the golf clubs in the background.
Yeah, if Ping or Callaway or anyone like that wants to be the new sponsor
Is
as
that your
well.
son's room? That's
Yeah,
son's
this
room.
is Max's room. Look, that's all leg up lager along there. But yeah, no, the warehouse that we've done a lot of the leg up stuff out was we've sold it in the off season and we're into a new spot. Paddy, you can't show your camera right now, but we have finalised the Sydney studio, so we'll get that up on the stories as well. It looks great.
It does. It looks...
Oh, here we
Is
go.
that a bloody horse?
A bloody big fat horse in the background.
There's a big bloody horse.
Actually, I
Oh,
think
and
that
there's one
looks better
spray
than
painted on the
media
wall. Yeah, I know. Get rid of the media wall. Get the big horse in there. It's the big horse. Perfect.
The big horse. I can't wait till you blokes just come down. Would you ever find the two of you in Sydney at once?
Well,
Would that ever happen these
that
days?
could
Yeah.
happen in the near future, given the big syndicate that you've got going, Paddy.
You guys are flying. What? Tell us what you've done and where you're at with it.
Where we're at with it is that we look fractionally oversubscribed, but the great news is Peter Valandis has come out and increased the prize money for the
Explain what you're doing
Kosciuszko.
first.
Okay, what we're doing is we are selling slots in our syndicate that are purchasing raffle tickets into the Kosciuszko race to try and win an actual slot in the race. So
So we're looking at buying like what, $10,000-$15,000 worth of tickets?
yeah, currently roughly around $12,500 worth of tickets, which will increase our chances astronomically of actually getting drawn.
Oh.
I know a lot of us out there last year. I know yourself, Woodhead, you bought $200 worth of tickets. I bought $200 worth of tickets. I had 4 or 5 different mates do the same thing.
I think BJ
And
and
you
I
know
bought
what?
about $2,000 worth last year.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to win when it's only you by yourself. So we've grouped everyone together. Like anything, it's way better if winning with all your friends.
Yeah.
And if we do, we might. I've been telling everyone I hope we draw 2.
That'd be nice.
Oh, yeah, you said that just for the show. I'm like, I never thought about that.
I've
But we've
actually,
got,
just to tell you the
Imagine if we
truth,
do
Pat,
two.
I've actually reached out to a couple of trainers and let them know that we have this syndicate going, and we're looking at locking in a horse before we actually draw one.
Well, mate, that was one of my main selling points for people buying into our syndicate. Is this year Blake is only giving advice to our syndicate. Last year there were people reaching out from all over New South Wales asking for advice on country horses, ratings, who they should put in their slot. Well, now this year we're only privy to that.
Yeah.
So that's another selling point to it. We're going to increase the subscription into that, into getting those raffle tickets by 50%. So
Yeah.
we're going to go up to 30 slots now. It makes sense.
prize money
The
went
prize-
up, so
The prize money has
it does make
increased, so
sense.
it's not diluting anyone that was currently in the syndicate's chance of winning that amount of money that they thought they were going to win.
Imagine
So
that. We very may well have something else going on that day as well with some people we've worked with in the past. There's a lot of really exciting things going on, but nothing more so than Pat's big Cozzies.
I can't wait.
When you wrote that into the thing, I was really excited to see Pat's big Cozzies and what's in them.
You usually get them in the inbox. That's in the direct message. Oh, is that a big budgie?
One of the most exciting things about it is where part of the negotiation will be the horse will race in our colours.
Yeah, that'd be mad.
Yeah, so that'll be sick.
So good. That'll be so good.
I'll tell you what, just on the side note,
has Mark Smetzer got one going around this year?
No. I think he's still suspended. But
okay.
Just to interrupt, boys, we've got a members-only tip going around at Coffs Harbour right now. We're on Leave Me Some, so I'm going to put up the audio, right? It's not having any luck at this stage.
Beyond with a kick inside the 150, leads the length over Parkville on the outside, working home on the outside.
Who are we on?
Machine of a lot over.
Leave me some.
Go on, son.
Parkville inside the 100 meters.
Go on.
Down the outside now is Leave Me Some.
Got him.
Leave Me Some wins the sprint.
That was 1940 best tote.
Followed by Affinity Beyond.
What?
$19.40.
Best tote, yes. So that's it.
So if you've ever listened to this podcast and you thought, yeah, and I might give members only a go, there is no better advert than that. What price did you? Oh, my Lord!
Yeah, so we've had 2 units on that at 1940. I think actually we sent out a little bit shorter than that. I think it was about $17 this morning. So usually they do firm up, but this one's gone the other way, but we've got the result. So pretty happy with that.
And that's a double for the day.
Yeah, we tipped the first winner at Kembla as well, Deneliquin. He was really well supported, $4.80 into $3.90. But yeah, good result that.
And how many units went on it?
We had 5 units on it.
So what would you say total units up for the today?
Today, I'm not exactly sure.
Just ballpark.
I can tell you.
So 22.5 we've returned there. We've returned about 42.5 so far, and we outlaid 11 or 13.
How's that for a Thursday?
Yeah, so that's a good day. I will give an update as to where we are sitting currently this year and all time. So this year we're currently up 246 units, and since April 21 we are up 611 units, which would be approximately 6,000 for a $10 punter.
Fuck. Okay.
So
if you listen to this and you're not a part of members, you don't like us. You obviously don't want to give us your $10 a week. This is what supports us. This is what pays for all this stuff.
Shovel them.
Yeah. If anyone thinks, oh, no, I'm not really sure about members only, you get a shovel in their head.
Yeah, jump on board. $10 a week. It's money really well spent.
I can't believe that. But do you know what? Great segment.
Well done.
Just back, it's called Back a 20 to 1 winner.
Can we do it every week?
So
Blake?
just for the record,
okay.
Every time we tune into a members-only tip, it won't win, but they don't have to all win at that price.
It's good when they win like that, though.
It helps. It definitely helps. Well done.
I've got a tip during the show, boys. Do you want me to put it on? Yeah, put it on.
I was going to say no.
You can have that luxury.
I was going to say no.
You can have
Woodhead,
that.
Woodhead, the producer, he wasn't happy with that idea.
Yeah, no, he said we're not editing it out.
I didn't want to add it in there. I didn't want to. I thought when you said, "Can we watch it?" I thought you meant just like you and me. You like the three of us stop recording and watch it. I'm like, no, get the potty done.
We do have to get the potty done,
but
that was good. Leave me some. The cool thing about that also was the caller didn't pick it up until very late. I watched it. It was having absolutely no luck. It should have absolutely shit in. It's won by a length, but it was held up for most of the straight, and it's got the money for us.
That's nice.
But the problem with us, we can't watch it really when you've got the audio on because our audio stuffs the whole thing up.
Yeah.
So I was by the call. I'm like, what is he doing here?
Yeah, because you cheered. And I'm like...
Go on, son. Did you think we were a chance when I said that?
I thought, okay, hold on. We haven't been mentioned yet, but right. Well done. Yeah. Well done.
Good.
So
here we go. Good start to the weekend.
We've covered off Pat's big Cozzies. We'll have to get... You know what? You're going to have to wear some cozies in that lead-up show, okay? We'll get you in your big cozies. We've also kicked off the August Punters Club, which will run for the 4 weekends during August. I think we're about to hit 20 grand in the account there, so that's super exciting. How we do that, in case you're interested in getting involved this September, we split the pot up over the weekends, the 4 weekends of the month, choose a card on each weekend, and then we vote to who we're going to bet on in that race. We're going to do some quaddy legs as well, BJ. This is another little mastermind of Blake Johnston.
We'll see how it goes. The punters are choosing all the horses. We've got the polls up at the moment, so
we're going good.
Yep, we'll back the most voted in horse in each race. If there's a little roughie that a few people are liking, we'll have something on that. And in the quaddy legs, we might just quaddy up the top 4 votes in each race. Maybe throw in a little roughie, so 5 in each race, and we'll allocate some funds to that. But we're going to bet for 4 weeks of August and try to get a result.
I cannot wait. Paddy, I reckon, was there anything else to come from the break, boys? Did you do anything exciting? I saw snow. My kids saw snow, and my wife, she'd never seen snow. It doesn't snow in the Shire, so we saw snow, but that was about it. We didn't really do anything. What about you, Beej?
I was quiet. Other than
obviously.
Sonny's birthday, it was relatively quiet. I've been sick.
You were sick for 5 weeks straight.
for a month.
Yeah.
I feel like I've got the long COVID now because I'm still having the night sweats, which is not ideal. But I'll get over it, people. I'll get over it.
Glad we caught up on Sunday for a couple of beers then. Long COVID.
No, but I'm not,
Tell me
sick.
after.
I'm not sick at all. Perfect. Outside of
look
the
well,
the
solid
sweats.
as a rock.
Oh, yeah. But I get night sweats every night too. Paddy, anything from you over the break?
Nothing from me, mate. Very quiet for me.
Me too. So, in fact, I reckon this was going to be a quiet segment until about an hour ago as well.
Cannot be serious. That ball is on the line.
You cannot be serious. You know what? I was very light on this before because there hadn't been a lot going on in the off-season of racing. But today, just an announcement today, I reckon I've got 17 texts sitting in my inbox about this. I cannot believe alligator blood has been banned from racing in Melbourne. It's not only banned from racing in Sydney, but it's also banned from racing in Melbourne now. So I guess what's left for it? Does it just stay around and run in Queensland? Or maybe WA? Maybe it's going to go over for a railway or something like that. I see it's accepted for the Japan Cup. But I don't understand how the rules differ. It's a horse and it races. I don't understand how the rules could differ state to state. The ownership of the actual horse should be... It shouldn't make a difference whether it race. If it's able to race in one state, it should make a difference whether it's able to race in the next state with the ownership of the horse. By not allowing it to race, I feel like they're questioning the integrity of the Waterhouses who are training it, the punters who have been backing it. How can they come to the conclusion that it can't run around on their tracks? I just think it's outrageous. There was a bloke by the name of Damien Flower who owned a really good horse called Snitzel, and it came out that he was up to some, what could you say, up to a little bit of no good. And
this is all because Alan Andreas has gone bankrupt. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, but he doesn't get his races stripped from him. He gets to keep his prize money. So are you telling me that every owner that owns racehorses running on New South Wales and Melbourne tracks are... above board, have not done anything wrong?
No, but...
I'm saying that Alan Andreas, he has a horse. It's allowed to run in Queensland. It just won a Group 1 race. They should be doing whatever they can to make sure his horse can run.
If he's going bankrupt and that's true, shouldn't he be going into liquidation and all his assets being dissolved?
Oh, you cannot be serious, Blake.
Is that not what happened?
That is what happens, but what has that got to do with Racing Victoria?
This is a horse.
Well, the horse should be getting dissolved and being sold off as an asset.
But there's no... Hold on, wait.
Just leave it up to the courts, guys.
What commercial partnership does Alan Andreas have with Racing Victoria? Wouldn't it only be with Waterhouse Pot Stable?
Well,
they should be the ones to decide.
That's a good point. So he probably should be able to race.
Yeah, well, it just shouldn't be up to, like, the racing commissions of those states shouldn't be able to say that. It should be up to Gay and Adrian to say, listen, we heard you're going bankrupt. Are you going to be able... Like, it's for them to do the due diligence.
Yeah, that's true.
If he's paying their bills, if he's paying for his horse to be trained, I don't understand how they can just say, no, you're doing this in the background, or you've got a trust that owns this horse and we can't, I don't know, recoup prize money if you win it, I guess. I just think it's ridiculous. I think it's overstepping by the actual stewards or whoever's controlling the nominations there. I think there should be a bigger body, like, say, Racing Australia, that is able to overrule these decisions. I could understand if it wasn't allowed to race in any state because of something that he'd done.
I don't know how it could be individual bodies that have no commercial partnership.
In saying,
you know what? I reckon Racing Victoria was sitting down in Victoria.
Here comes the blunder.
And then they shit themselves because the King of Queensland was heading down there to take all their prize money and they didn't know what to do. So they threw Alan out.
This is a horse, This is a horse that they held up a race meet.
We were there.
They held up a
it was
$2 million race for it.
Remember
once.
that?
Yeah.
They cleared the Bruce
It was on
Highway.
the float. They've since taken that prize money off it, but they still let it run around in Queensland.
We touched it that day. We touched the horse. What?
I know, but I really dislike when these not governing bodies, but when people are making decisions that aren't broad spectrum.
Right.
New South Wales, no, you can't.
For me,
you can't
We
race.
don't have a governing body. We
So
don't
Melbourne
have.
have said.
They're separate entities. So.
Which makes me say that they should err on the side of letting
like
it
I said, my whole kind of I suppose take from it is that if they have no commercial partnership with, or they don't do business with him, I only imagine that Alan Andreas would do business with Waterhouse Bot Stable. I just don't know why they would have any
Well, I
say
guess
in
it's
it.
just a shame on. It's just a shame because like he's one of the best horses in the country, and we're not going to get to see him in the Spring Carnival.
I would go as far as say the world.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Are we going a flog alert for Racing Victoria as well? Just double up, given you cannot be serious and the flog.
This reeks of Melbourne Racing Victoria having missed the boat on easy.
Yeah, see, they could have been in on Alan's crypto.
Yep, I remember when we ordered our first couple of hats or pairs of socks, we got a couple of easy bonds in the mail as well.
My Bitcoins. I can't remember my password. It was Alligator Blood 1 or Alligator Blood 2, but I'll get there. They're through the roof.
I think it was a Magic Millions in capital letters and then Alligator Blood.
So, great, you cannot be serious. Great segment, right, BJ? Bagging
great segment.
today.
Love
Bagging
that
it,
segment.
wasn't he, BJ?
No, I just I
that's
never
why I
know
went
what
at-
Sam's
that's why I
talking
went
about
at
when
you.
he
Sorry,
abbreviates things.
Sorry, mate, I've come down now. I went at you there. I went a bit off. I went a bit off the
What
rails.
did you do?
But you
I
did
did
bag
bag
the
the
segment.
segment. I was
earlier today.
joking. I love that segment.
You did. I nearly walked. When you bagged that segment, I said, I rang Woodhead out wide and
I said,
mate,
well, I've never seen you
glad
run,
you
so
did
surprise.
and he said, bet you won't walk far. He'll be back.
So we have got some good racing on the cards. We are going to go through the Missile Stakes and the Ori Star, gentlemen. Is that what we're
That's
doing?
it.
All right. Well, where do we want to start?
Well, let's go down to the
Yeah, start with them.
first, eh?
I think that race is earlier in the day, but you wouldn't know with how early Racing New South Wales
Oh,
starts.
you don't know. You don't know what they're doing ever.
Start early and finish late. Racing New South Wales the other day. What are they? First race was about 8:45 when the kids' footy was kicking off, and the last race was at
Oh, well.
5.
tell you, he doesn't
that's
like
not, that's
late
not right.
races,
It would have been,
is BJ.
would have been 4:50. But I know that you are about 30 minutes slower than us.
4:50.
So,
Oh, that's late for you, Blake.
Dinner time for you,
4:50.
yeah,
Pat.
it is late.
I'm going to have to bring these up on my phone.
10 minutes before tea.
My what do you call it? My computer is super slow because we're hosting this thing. I'm not sure why that's being an issue. So just give me 1 second, fellas. and
Okay,
I'll
well,
get it
I'm
up.
excited to hear the BoomBet the BoomBet odds.
Yeah, so we're going to go all BoomBet odds. And you know what? Like, we were talking to them and we said, look, we'll do the BoomBet odds. But if for all our avid listeners, most of the odds we give out are Other BoomBet odds. They go hard,
because
don't they?
They
Yeah,
are
put it
value.
this way.
They do give us a bit of value, especially with their Saturday prices.
If they weren't good odds,
Okie dokie.
if they weren't giving us good odds, I wouldn't have been punting
That's
with them.
true. I
in
know
the
how
season.
you get. I know how you get.
You know how I get. I said to him, I'll walk.
Stop threatening everywhere. The Group 3 Auries Star Handicap. It's race 5 at Flemington, ladies and gentlemen. 1,200 metres. Group 3, 200k total prize money. Our current favourite at $2.65 on BoomBet is King of Sparta. Serious Suspect at $4.05. Shooting for Gold at $4.10. Stage Man at $6.80. Kalkani Royale $11.60. Just Folk $12.80. And Romancer at 20 to 1. Now, I know you've got a firm opinion of King of Sparta, Paddy. What are your thoughts?
Oh, mate, mine is just loading quite slowly now too. So, if you want to go to Blake
Okay,
first, that would
BJ.
be great.
No, that's okay. I'm not going to take your thunder, Pat. So I will. I'll say a couple of things, but and then pass it on to you. But King of Sparta looks a good thing to me as well. He was only average first up, but obviously needed the run, and then getting to Caulfield last start, he was too good for them. I think he's the best horse in the race. He likes drier surfaces, so we're looking at a drying surface at Flemington, and down the straight should suit him. I think he's going to be very hard to beat, Pat.
Yeah, the Snowden team did take him down there looking for dry tracks. I know they got a soft track first up, but it should be a slightly improved here. Do you know what? If you can win at Caulfield, you can win anywhere too. So you guys know my opinion of Caulfield. Its first up run, I thought it just shied a bit at hitting that gap, and that was, I think it took a lot out of that run and came out and won at Caulfield quite easily, beating Scalapini only just, but they gapped the field. So I think this could be a space job in this race.
Sorry, I just checked the weather.
The interesting one,
and there is a bit of rain predicted Friday and Saturday. So pending track conditions.
it was probably a bit like Sydney, mate. They predicted weather rain today, and it just never came. So it's a soft 6 at the moment. I'm happy to stay there.
Beautiful.
Any thoughts, Woodhead? The
I'm
weatherman?
seeing it as well. They're meant to have a stinking hot day down at Flemington as well. I think it's top of 18, so I'm not sure what they'll do with that. I'd say the sunblock. Yeah, that's what I think. That's what they do.
Sunblock there.
I think that's what they do. They give out free sunblock and water for the Victorians when it hits over 17 degrees. So it's an 18-degree day. I've got it being a little bit clear on the day itself. Bit of rain coming in Friday, but I would be looking at this being probably a soft 6.
Okay.
Soft 6.
It's a different
Soft
weather
6.
forecast than I've got.
Well, we'll go with mine, mate.
You are the weatherman,
Yes,
so
I am. So, yes, no.
Here's one question about this race, Blake, and I know I'm putting you on the spot here. We haven't prepped this question, but Stageman, what do we do with it?
you tell me. He's 244 days between runs. First up, last preparation. He was good. Just on my data, he hasn't produced a performance that is in the King of Sparta caliber. That is in regards to like above benchmark performance. But 244 days between runs. If he produces his best, he
hasn't run a long time.
A place chance at least. New stable.
I feel like if this horse, if it was, it's wearing our man's colours, the ice cream man, the Peters family. If Pikey came over to ride it here for this race, it'd be a lot shorter than $6.50. I know it does get Ollie on
He ran
board,
second
but
in a wins bottom, so he's a
and I just want
classy
to know your
horse.
thoughts on it. Yeah,
He's an 8-year-old.
very classy horse.
Only had 31 starts, so that's interesting. Must have, because his last 2 spells were 322 days and 244 days. So he's obviously a horse that's had issues in the past.
So we're both on.
Thanks, Blake.
You lot are on King of Sparta.
That's it, mate.
I'll stick with you, the experts. Let's head to Sydney. What do you think the weather's going to be like in Sydney, Blake? Weather chat.
Oh, well, from what I checked, there's not much rain about.
Oh, I'm predicting rain.
Nah. I've got a heap of stock outside at work.
I'm
so
seeing possible drizzle on Saturday.
Oh, I'm not seeing it. I've got light rain Thursday, Friday partly cloudy, and mostly sunny on Saturday.
Mostly, yeah, except for that little bit of drizzle. It's Randwick Race 8, another 1,200 metre race. We're heading to the Group 2 Missile Stakes.
Sorry, Woodhead, do you just look outside and see from the Gold Coast the weather, or do you actually Google
I
it?
go outside and I look south, where Sydney and Melbourne are.
Geez, you got good eyes.
What a great question. Blake, what a great question.
What is it, alongside?
That was fair.
I have a little ladder and I climb up. There's a little thing on the top of my house. I just hold on to the chimney. I look down there and I go, oh, looks like possible drizzle in 2 days' time.
Show him how you do the wind.
Nah, usually I just, whichever
Licks
way the
finger.
smoke from my cigarette is blowing, that's the way the wind is going. Okay, the Group 2 Missile Stakes. The BoomBet Forbidden Love is our current favourite at $3 with the BoomBet guys. Bellucci Babe $5.40. Count to Ruby $6.10. Embracer $7.60. Nimmerly at $10. The rest at double figure odds. It's a nice little race to get into, isn't it? I like it.
These are those good horses we were talking about starting to filter back into the acceptances.
Yeah. Good. Where do you guys
This
want to
is the
start?
beauty
Who
of
wants
this
to kick
race.
us off?
What about the lottery of? I know one of Blake's in this
Definitely.
race, Forbidden Love. The lottery of, is it going to be wet enough?
it doesn't
for
matter.
Forbidden Love. Is that why you're asking the question?
He's worried now that I've said
It's
about
going to be
the
wet
drizzle.
enough. No, it's going to be wet enough. No, I have no doubt about that.
I think it does matter for
You're right.
Forbidden Love.
I don't. I personally don't. The wetter the better, but she's too good for this. She's different gravy. First up, last preparation, that was on a good 3, and she was an absolute certainty beat behind Overpass. That was in the Group 2 Expressway Stakes. And then she started to run into those tracks that suit her perfectly, which is heavy 10, heavy 9, heavy 9. She started $3.20. She was the best backed thing you'll ever see in a Doncaster. She was $3.80 to $3.20. I think $4, $4.40, something like that was available during the week. So she was backed as if unbeatable to win a Doncaster over a mile. She just doesn't run a mile. So this trip, first up, 1,200 metres first up. She's too good for these. She's too good. Huey will be positive from the wide draw. She'll go forward and she'll be too good for him.
It's too easy.
I'd go as far to say it's got to beat a distance specialist here, and a horse that Robin and Luke Price have a massive opinion of. They think it's going towards the Everest again, Count to Rupee.
Yeah, that's okay, but he's
Blakey.
not a Group 1 horse yet. She is.
Yes, not yet. But if this track's trending towards closer to good, then I reckon that suits Count to Rupee more than it would Forbidden Love.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. It probably narrows the margin a little bit, but as it stands, I just think she's got a class edge.
Yeah, maybe fractionally, but I just think the good track, 1,200 metres, Count to Rupee coming in first up, great first up record, great distance record, bit of a specialist. Once again on the path to an Everest slot.
Yeah.
Well, they met each other in that trial too, so there wasn't much between them there, but both of them just going through their gears.
That trial was a brilliant trial for everyone involved.
Yeah, they just went through their gears there.
That was good to watch. But down the bottom in this race, Bellucci Babe, I know that Björn from their social media is they're trying to do a bit of a push for it to get a slot in the Everest.
Well, she'd have
What do
to
you
show
think of that?
something to snag an Everest slot at this stage. She's got talent, no doubt, but she's not in that Everest calibre as of yet for mine.
Yeah, the class of those toppies in this race. But a brilliant race to go through.
That's a good race, cracking race.
Beautiful. Yeah, sorry, guys. I've just had a
What
little
have we
bit of
still
work
got you
come
there?
through that someone just called me 4 times while you guys were going through that race. But yeah, we've got Forbidden Love, and Paddy, you're going to take him on with Count de Rupee, and Belucci Babe more than likely probably won't get an Everest spot, in my humble opinion. Did I cover everything?
Yeah, that's good, mate.
Yeah.
Shoot him between the eyes, would it?
Perfect.
So,
Give him
let's
nothing.
get into... You guys going to do $100 strategy today?
We
Let's
are.
bloody get into them.
Okay.
To the end. That was great. That was
And they
great.
say that.
She's a belter. That was a live stream. That
Take me
was
back to
just
it,
the
though.
turning point on the day. Back at Winners for fun. Geez, Punt Club are fans of us, aren't they, BJ? Oh, they loved it. International response.
Paddy. I was a fan of Paddy that day. He had a fat
Wasn't
day.
he?
Well done,
He
Pat.
was NV punter.
I have a fat life.
Definitely.
We have to say that
was.
in each episode. It's in his contract. Because you know what happens if we don't say it, BJ? He walks.
He walks.
He walks.
He walks.
He'll walk.
I'll walk.
All right, what are we doing, fellas? Let's get it up in front of us and have a bet. Paddy, do you want to kick us off, or BJ, do you want to go through the Boom odds bet?
I'll
or
kick
what do
things
you
off.
wanna-
I'll kick things off.
Oh, here we go.
And of course, everything that we talk about and all the odds that we talk about during this segment is thanks to BoomBet, our friends over at BoomBet.
Yep, so I'm going to go to Randwick for my $100 strategy. We'll kick things off in the second race. I'm going to go down to number 7, Adios Steve. I'm going to go to my BoomBet app, and I'm going to take $6.10 about this horse. I'll have $30 on him to win. He was 4th up the other day for the new stable over 1,800 metres. He just over-raced early in the race, and he just got on this Chewy. Shadow Park was really well back to beat him there and did get the job done. Has since come out and sort of half-ranked that form, just got too far back and ran second in midweek company. But that horse has been very competitive in midway grade to date. This horse, so he over-raced early. He went at a solid tempo, but when Shadow Park got to him, he wanted to fight back and he just overdid it. That was his first go over 1,800 metres this prep, so he strips fitter for that effort. Host of gear changes to settle him. I just reckon Highly Desired's the one to beat, but I just reckon this horse will find his back, and with Regan Bayliss in the saddle, he should prove too strong for him in the run home. Best bet of the day comes up in the 5th race. I'm going to be backing Pizarro. I'm going to have $50 on this horse to win. Going over to BoomBet, $3.30. He's absolutely flying. He's never been out of the Quinella in 6 career runs to date. Last start, he overcame the wide alley to win. He's on the 7-day backup here. He draws low. He can settle much closer, and I reckon he makes it back-to-back wins. And then I'm going to go to the last race, and I'm going to have $20 on Marchioness at $23.50 with BoomBet. I just reckon she's ready to improve
Marchioness.
at a second run for the stable. She didn't have the best of luck first up. She got shuffled back to last, and then she warmed up late. Steps up in trip, gets a low draw,
Hello.
opportunity to ride a positive, and they scratch her from a winnable race on Wednesday. So, yeah, I think she runs a race at that sort of $20 quote. And that's me. Thanks, mate.
Well done, Blakey. So here we go. We've got first race that we're going to. I think is going to be a tough race in Sydney, but I really love this horse, Leo. Sydney race 6, number 8. It's trialled nicely coming into this. Goes well first up, and I think this is a very winnable race. I sort of see Matawi.
Now, Ty.
How would you say that, Matawi? Mautai. At $3 is a touch of unders there, and I think the value there is the $7 on Leo. So we'll be going $20 a win on it for our first bet. Next one, Sydney Race 8, number 1. We talked about it before. Count de Rupee. He's probably up there as one of my favourite horses in Sydney, but great first up record too. bit of a distance specialist here. Trainers have a very high opinion of it, trying to go towards an Everest slot. So I think they'll be trying to put their best foot forward over the 1,200 metres. They're having $30 on it. At BoomBet, who are throwing up the best price of $6.10 there. And the last bet I'll be having, which will be my main bet of the day, will be $50 a win on Melbourne Race 5, number 3, King of Sparta, for all the reasons we mentioned before. It's got the class edge here, been going great guns, and I think it can probably really put a space on that field. So that'd be my 3 bets in the $100 strategy.
So each week, I just cut out then, so I'm not sure if you mentioned this or not.
You were
just
very
lost
still.
all internet and all sorts of stuff then. But each week, the great guys over at BoomBet are going to give us boom odds on your 2 best selections. So if you are opening up your BoomBet app, you go to sports and you go to boom odds. Quick app too. Quick app. I like that. And then if you just roll down to horse racing, it's the leg up multi. So BJ, what is the leg up multi this week?
Yep, so the leg up multi, I left Pat out this week because he wasn't aware of it. We didn't get
He'd been off
him
too.
quick enough.
Bad form.
Yeah, we needed it by Wednesday lunchtime. So we've gone with a horse that I think is a Group 1 horse of the future. Randwick Race 4, number 13, Conqueror. This horse, outstanding debut win. He beat horses like She's Extreme. She went on to win a Group 1, 7 Vales. She went on to win a Group 1, and he was dominant. Waller put him away. He's back for his 3-year-old campaign. He's $13 to win a Golden Rose, benchmark 78 grade with benchmark 72 grade. With 53 kilos on his back. He should, if we're absolutely serious, he should just be winning. And then we've doubled that up with Pizarro, who's my best bet of the day, and currently is $3.30 with BoomBet for all the reasons I outlined before.
Boom! And that's $9 for the double, BJ. They're giving us some...
$9. That's good odds. It's good odds. I think they'll both start shorter on Saturday, so $9 will be huge overs.
Take it. I wonder how long they're going to offer this for us.
Yeah, they'll be offering it for until after Melbourne Cup.
Okay. All right, let's just see. Yeah, very, very good.
Let's give them a workout,
let's
give them a workout.
Listen, let's not forget our stance on bookies, guys. It's very nice that we've got someone that's sponsoring the show, but we're still here to
stick it
smash them.
Stick it up.
Absolutely.
We are
Bring
here
back
to
winners.
That's right, mate.
There are a few, as we get back into these better racing terms, we have a few going around at very, very short odds, BJ, and I want to get your thoughts on them. When we're going to take them, where we're going to, if we're going to back them now, if we're going to, and this is for anyone that's new, huh?
Can I go first here, Woodhead?
Yeah, I got two
Can I
to
go
ask,
first here?
and have you got one? If you are new to the show, this is overs and unders, or I think we changed the name halfway through this. It was called like Take It or Leave It or something like that. But this is where we asked BJ about more popular runners coming up into the weekend, and he's going to tell us when we should be taking the price, if this is the price that's you can only see it going in. So, Paddy, you got one? You ask him, and then I'll follow you up.
Oh, mate, down at Victorian headquarters, Flemington Race 9.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This horse, I think 210. Is that? Would that be correct? Woodhead, the last race at Flemington.
Yeah,
that's probably
it is most places, but once again, the Boom guys have got it at 235.
235. So that's good odds for mine.
Okay.
This horse he's a really nice horse. I think he's a horse of the future. He's won half of his career start, so he's won 3 from 6. He was outstanding first up. He was just getting stronger on the line. He's down 7 lengths above benchmark, so he'll go on with the job now. I think I could have him starting much shorter, so I think he's an odds-on chance, and I think he'll be in the red on the day. So take that price, $235, good price.
I was going to ask you about Conqueror. Obviously, you've covered it quite a lot, and we're getting the good odds for the double on BoomBet. But if you were just going to back it on its ace out wide, it's currently $2.35. Sorry, race 4 in Sydney, $2.35 as well. That's the price we take.
Yeah, interesting one. He doesn't have a rating, a figure that would suggest that he wins this race, and he should be that price. But he's a classic colt. I think they'll come for him on the day. I think the pros, just the figures that he produced over the last 600 metres on debut, and the horses that he beat, that form stacks up. It wasn't an overall figure that suggests that he should be a $2.30 favourite, but just what he did over that final 600 metres suggests that he's a very good horse. He was very raw. The fact that Waller put him away, I think the pros will really step into him tomorrow, and I do think he's an odds-on chance as well. So take that price.
And last one, I know it's a bit of a fave with DJC. He's really liking Lord Ardmore in race 7 at Randwick. It's currently 3:15, and they've started to come for it. What's your thoughts?
Yep, so he was second up the other day, and he was 1,300 metres to 1,800 metres, so it was a really good win. So you'd expect there's a little bit more to come, and he does have a figure that has him winning this race, a couple of figures that have him winning this race, but I just can't get him that short. I have him marked about $4.50, so I think if you do like Lord Ardmore, I think he's, he's not a deserving favourite. I have Alcyone marked as favourite, and I probably do think that he will start favourite. So I think if you like Lord Ardmore, I'd be waiting. And backing him a bit later.
Beautiful.
Came Monagle in the further half.
What are we going on here?
Well, we have another horse
He's just doing his own
in members only.
soundboard.
So we're on Wariri Falls here. So I'll press this up.
Remember they tipped me that at the car dealership?
Well,
that's the
we need
horse.
to jump in here, Woodhead, because we've only got 400 metres to go.
Jump in.
Did you go to the dealership?
Claptone and getting right up along the inside is Fender with Tara Jasmine. Fender race to the front. Hosier right down the outside. Monagle, Tara Jasmine back to the inside. Hosier in front of Fender. The Ritz is storming home. Hosier race to the lead inside the 100. It's Stu Bowman and Hosier's tough. Hosier wins by a length. The Ritz second. Wairiri falls third from Monagle, and also there was Blessed on the outside.
Must have come. Wasn't in the call until late.
Flash.
And also
Again.
This is so...
Yeah, he's found the line really well. He just got the... I actually missed the start of that race because we were recording, but it seemed like he got a lot further back than I expected. He's running super.
Ah, well. If he's come third, you've already backed a $3.80 winner and a 19-to-1 shot.
Oh, well, he's run well. He's
well.
an $11 chance this morning.
Yeah.
So
We're going to write members. Just say that, all right? Just say that. Who's mowing the lawn, Sonny?
Sonny's asleep currently.
Not with that noise outside. Till we wait soon. Guys, that's it. There is actually one big announcement that I wanted to kick off the show with, but we had so much going on, and I didn't want to kind of dilute the importance of this. But we've had a big signing to the stable in the off season.
Big.
This is big.
Massive signing.
This is big. Now
he's changed team. It's like changing from
Queensland,
from Parramatta to Manly, I'd suggest.
I was going to go State of Origin. The mug punter. So Matty Rose, who we actually, the very first season of the Leg Up podcast, we had him on. He's an absolute champion. We love him. His family. Oh no,
So
he
you're
was
saying
doing
you
his
discovered
thing
him?
long before he came over to the Leg Up, and he finds winners too. I love it. So he was actually with another podcast. Even though he's your cousin, Pat, he's decided that he decided to turn his back on it. We couldn't give him the money, that he needs, he expects.
No.
Okay, so there's two big things. So each week you're going to receive the Mugs Moral either on here on the podcast, but definitely in Tips and Slips. We put it up on Twitter. It's a big, big, big off-season signing. You've got to follow him on Twitter. So I think it's Mug Punter 1991. He also likes to put his breakfasts and things like that. You'll never see someone eat so much shit. And genuine shit.
Yeah.
It's
literally
like
every
it's like
day
a
must be
hungover meal, but for every meal for every day of his life. So we'll end the show with the Mugs Moral. I'll put it in there. And we are going to sign off for the day. Great first episode, ladies and gentlemen. Good to be back. Thank you, BJ.
Catch you, boys. The garage is
The
going up.
garage is open. The driving home.
Cheers, boys.
See?
See you guys.